Hi everybody, it's Linda. I am back with my week 2 of Dephemerember 2022 show and tell. I've been busy. You can see this lot going on right here on my workspace, and I'm excited to show you what I've created with the second week of prompts from day 8 through day 14. So let's go ahead and get started. I am, if this is the first video that you're seeing in my Dephemerember 2022 series, you might not know that I'm making all of the ephemera that I need, or for the most part, all of it, for 4 winter fairy journals. This is my third series. I did 4 spring, 4 summer, no. Let's start that again. 4 summer, 4 fall, and then these are going to be the 4 winter fairy journals. And then I'll have 4 more for spring, and then my fairy series will be complete. So this is how the cover turned out. I ended up not using the fairy in the flower, but I think it's going to be incorporated into the closure, which I haven't gotten that far. So I was hoping to have a completed journal cover with the signatures in it to show you, but my goodness, with Christmas, I have got so much going on. I couldn't get that far. I am just really happy that I got all of my ephemera created. So this is what the cover's going to look like, and I'm going to jump into showing you what I made for each day of the for the daily prompts. So on day 8, the prompt were beads and a postage stamp dangle, and I made these 4 dangles, and they are a fairy faux postage stamp, and there's a different one on each side. They're back to back. I hope you can see that. And each one is different. And I attached a bead and a fairy charm to the bottom of each one with a jump ring. And in case you're wondering what this is, it is mica sheets, and they look like this when you purchase them. I apologize for the glare. Everything here is shiny that I'm trying to show you, but they come like this. So there's many sheets here put together, so it gives it a brownish look. And then you can actually, I'm going to show you, here are the little pieces that I tore off. You kind of pick the sides. Here's a little piece. You kind of pick the side from the sides with a little tool or with your finger, with a little tool or with your fingernail. And boy, do I have to apologize for my fingernails. This is one of the few times I did not at least try to make sure they were presentable before I started filming, but there's just no time. Oh, and see how it peels off? If you've ever bought mica flakes and they're kind of glassy and very iridescent, this is, these are just sheets of mica, so they're kind of glassy, and you can actually tear them into various size long sheets. So I'm sorry I didn't get a better visual there of tearing it, but so what I did was I sandwiched 2 cards together, 2 stamps together, and then I sandwiched them between 2 mica sheets. But what I want to show you that's interesting is that I left it open. Oh no. Goodness. Okay. I glued one side, but this side is open until I actually put it on the page on the page. So I left one side open so that it can be on an actual journal page. And then I'll glue both sides. So I just left one side open, kind of like a book. Okay, so I made 4 of those. Each has a similar fairy charm and an identical little crystal charm, or a crystal beaded charm. Okay, so that's these, day 8. Day 9 was collage fodder and junk mail. So what I did was I just took a junk mail window envelope and I literally collaged it with scrapbook paper, with digital pieces. Some of this collage fodder is just stamp off paper, practice paper. This junk mail envelope came with these stamps on it. 2 of them, I think I used 2 of them like that, didn't I? Yeah, this one has a few of them on there. And then I, after I collaged them, I added just a little bit of trim. And then there is a very large tag inside of them that is for another day that I'm going to get to here in a minute. So I left them completely undecorated on the back, and I'm going to attach them to the page. Not sure, either I'll attach on 3 sides and things can tuck in from the side, or I'll attach it this way and there'll be a pocket in the back in addition to the pocket that's already in there. Okay, so I made 4 of these. Each one's a little different, but also pretty much the same. Okay, so that was day 9. Day 10 were leaves and an envelope. So basically what I did was I created an envelope out of a sheet of paper. This is all Liberty of London patterned paper. And I rubber stamped a little fairy on tissue paper. And I made some die cut leaves and just glued them to the envelope and did some gold splattering. Each of the Liberty of London paper patterns is a little different, but the rest is the same. And this will go probably in the front pocket of the of each of the journals with the letter from me that I always include in my journals. And in case you're wondering about Liberty of London print paper, I had purchased this on Etsy because I love the Liberty of London fabric, and this is just some of the paper in fabric form that I use very sparingly, but here and there in my journals. So that's what I used for my envelopes. Okay, so very simple. This is day 10. Day 11 was a handmade stamp in a jumbo tag. So I have to say, I fudged a little bit on this one because I am so ridiculously busy with Christmas. I actually, I have a party for 25 people in 4 days at my house. So I had to draw the line somewhere. I also watch my grandbabies, and they're going to be here the next couple of days, and I knew there was no way I was going to be able to make a handmade stamp. So I did make a big tag, and I made it the tag to go into this envelope. And what I did was, I will say that I did alter, or I used elements from 2 different rubber stamps. So I used this Goddess rubber stamp for the body of the butterfly, and I used the this stamp, which is a butterfly, and I separated the wings and decorated them and pieced it all together. So it is kind of a handmade stamp in that I created my own stamp from 2 different stamps. And then I put this sentiment that is very dear to me: once you choose hope, anything is possible. So this tag, the pink, and it's kind of a breast cancer awareness nod to this important issue, and 3 people that my mother, who lost her battle with breast cancer, she passed away. My sister, who has had breast cancer, and it's been 14 years, and she's doing very well. And this is for our dear community, junk journal community friend, Rhonda Winstead. And both Barbara and Louisa did a nod to her and used some pink in one of their days, and I wanted to do that as well. So I created this tag. Okay, so this was day 11 with the handmade stamp, kind of, and a jumbo tag, and I placed it into the day before's, or 2 days ago, collage fodder and junk mail envelope. And then this beautiful sentiment peeks through the window. So that's what I made. For the next day, day 12, was lace and a postcard. So I kind of took that pretty literally, and I printed out a blank postcard and turned it into a big page pocket. I added a fairy stamp and some postage, and then I added lace. And what these are little pieces that I cut off of a lace snippet and sprayed with coffee. So each one is different. Some of them, like this, hangs off the page a little bit, so this lace peeks through. So each one is just a little different, but they're nothing special, but I think they turned out pretty. And then this one. So postcard and lace. And these are going to be pockets in the fairy journals. Okay, and then, was that it? No? Okay, then the next one we have is acetate and a banner. And so it's a little bit of a stretch, but what I did was I took a CD envelope, and it's covered in acetate, so that's my acetate. And then the banner, I made it into a shaker with some sequins, and this is a red lead rubber stamp fairy, and I created a little banner with some embroidery floss, and I threaded some sequins onto her banner. So looks like she's holding a banner in her hands of sequins. And then this is going to be I believe it's going to be a pocket. It's either going to be a pocket or a large journal card, and if it's a journal card, I'll cover the back with writing paper. But I hadn't completely decided until I put the journal together which it's going to be. So far, actually, I have to confess, I only made 3 of these because I only had 3 of the CD envelopes, so I had to order some more. So when the other one comes, I'll make the 4th one. So those are for day 13, acetate and a banner. Day 14 was pattern and a matchbook. So what I did was, I actually found this image. It's called the 3 Fairies Safety Matches. It was from an old matchbook. So I printed out the image, and I created a matchbook out of paper. And what I put in here is some vintage ephemera. I put a tally card and 2 vintage playing cards in this little ephemera holder or whatever, little matchbook. And for pattern, I embossed this paper in this, with this embossing folder. I guess you can see that. And I used this embossing folder here. It's called Tailored, sorry about the glare, Tailored Expressions, and the pattern is Cable Knit. So it's actually like a knitting pattern. And I'm a knitter, so I really love this embossing folder. So it is a matchbook with a pattern, and inside is vintage ephemera. So these are identical. I think some of the cards are a little different on the inside, this card. And then these vintage tallies are also in here. But these can be used, the little cards and such can be used for journaling or for your own creation. So these are really pretty much identical. Some of them, like I said, there's a different pattern on the cards. One is a fairy, and then the other is like a flower and a mushroom and butterflies. Okay, so this was day 14. Pattern and a matchbook. And I think I showed you all of my little process pieces. I've been going right along with Louisa and Barbara by having a snack. And what I've discovered is only a junk journaler would be looking into the packaging thinking, I think I can make a junk journal out of this. Look at that spine, and this is so thick. And these little cardboard things just pop right out. So you can see I've already eaten 12. So, yeah, so I might be making a Christmas journal out of this next year. We'll see. Or anytime if you cover the, of course I would cover this, so really about any time. But I thought that was kind of a fun little discovery. So this was week 2. And these are my creations. I hope you enjoyed having a little peek. And I look forward to seeing you in 1 week on the 21st. And I will show you my creations for the next 7 days. And hopefully, depending on how much I can get done with family party and Christmas preparation, hopefully I'll have more of the actual journal done so you can see that as well. So thank you so much for following along. I am having my own personal goal this month to get new subscribers and to try to get to 1,000 subscribers on my channel. I think I'm getting close to 900, and at 1,000 I am going to do another giveaway. I did a giveaway at 500. So thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your comments. Goodness, I love the feedback. So I really appreciate comments and likes, and thank you again to Louisa and to Barbara for the ongoing inspiration. I love every single video that I watch. Their techniques and their skills and artistic expression just blows me away. It's really been fun. So anyway, I will see you in a week. Have a wonderful one. Enjoy this beautiful holiday season. Bye-bye now.